Hey, what's up, you guys? It's Rob here, back with another video, but this time I come with a warning. The pillars of the United States economy is crumbling at the moment. The stock market is in a downward free-fall. You have interest rates that are skyrocketing, which are affecting businesses and will potentially affect the real estate market in the upcoming future. And finally, my NFTs cannot get any lower at the moment. However, as an investor, you kind of live for these moments because during these troubling times, this is where true wealth is created. So in this video today, I'm going to share my top 5 strategies of what I'm employing to be able to take advantage of the blood in the streets, as the investors like to say. All right, so with that being said, do me a quick favor, hit the like button, subscribe, share with friends, do all the things, and let's get straight into the video. All right, so before I get into my strategies, let's set the foundation of what's going on in this crazy world right now. First, you have the US GDP decreasing by 1.4%, and this is mainly due to the fact that there's still supply chain issues. There is a war overseas that's causing turmoil in the global markets, and also, most importantly, inflation due to the fact that we printed so much money in 2020. You know, who knew that that free stimulus wasn't actually free? We would have to pay for it later, and we're paying for it right now. And this has caused people to basically A, not do things, and B, not buy things because, well, things are just getting that expensive, and this is causing the economy to struggle. And furthermore, if we have like at least 2 quarters in a row of negative GDP growth, well, you guessed it, we will officially be in a recession. And the way a recession plays out is when we have a recession going on, people stop buying things because they don't know when the next, they could get fired, or they don't know where the next paycheck is. And then that means companies will have less revenue. And when companies have less revenue, then yeah, they will have to save money. So they're probably going to fire people or not spend money for research and development that will hire on more people. It's just this one like little vicious cycle. All right, so that's the economy. What about the stock market? Well, to be completely frank with you, the stock market has been taking a nosedive ever since the beginning of the year. And if you want to go back a couple of months, it's really been taking since November of 2021. Let's take, for instance, the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ year to date is down 27%, officially entering a bear market territory. If you don't know what a bear market territory is, it is when an asset falls 20% from its most recent high. The S&P 500, which houses the 500 largest U.S. companies, is down over 15%, almost entering bear market territory. Now, that's the stock market. What about the crypto markets? Well, looking at this chart right here, you can see that Bitcoin and all those altcoins have been doing way worse than the stock market and any other type of asset, to be completely honest. It's crazy. And with all that doom and gloom, here is how I am going to take advantage of this current situation that we are in. So here are my top 5 strategies moving forward. So my first strategy is to stack cash. Whoever says cash is trash do not understand that you need cash to truly build wealth. From my perspective and many other investors, is you want to invest when there is blood in the streets and when businesses are cheap. When there is turmoil going on, businesses are cheap and your dollar can stretch just a little bit further. Then when the markets decides to climb and go on its next bull run, whenever that is, I will benefit. Additionally, as well, businesses will want to liquidate during these troubling times. And if you have the cash and ready to buy then and there, they are more likely to sell it to you at a discount, which kind of leads into my next strategy, which is real estate. So strategy number 2 is I am going to shop for real estate deals. With all this cash that I'm stacking away, I will potentially have a chance to buy real estate for for cheap. And the reason why I say this is due to the fact that since interest rates are skyrocketing, a perfect example right now, the national average interest rate is over 5.5% compared to last year. It was at 2.96%. With rising interest rates, there's going to be less and less people buying homes at a rapid rate compared to last year in 2020. And with the looming recession and rising interest rate, less people are buying, more and more sellers will be in competition with their neighbor to sell their house, and they will lower their prices slowly and steadily. So to be honest, there is back and forth discussion about how this is going to play out and if this is going to even happen as well. Talking to some of my coworkers who are also into real estate and also like reading stuff online. However, though, that's what I believe. The more people get scared, the more the more people get scared, the less like they're willing to make that investment into a house, which will cause a domino effect. So speaking of real estate, my third strategy is to improve the home value of my properties. Now, I know I said that I am going to be stacking cash away, which is still true. However, though, I think during these times, it would be a good idea to raise my home value. Now, there's a lot of things you can do to raise your home value, but according to Rocket Mortgage, the first one being touch up on landscaping. Next is you want to modernize your bathroom. Third is you want to improve your kitchen. And fourth, make your home energy efficient. So my fourth strategy is to bet against the stock market. Now, let's face it, knowing everything that I mentioned earlier and just seeing the sentiment around the entire US, wouldn't it be a good idea to bet that a lot of these companies are not going to have as much as profit as they did in prior years? So, the way I think about it is like, why go against the grain? So what I'm going to do is for certain companies that I know, like Apple, Disney, and other few companies, I'm going to have a put option. What a put is like you are basically betting against a company doing well. So say for instance, you have a target, or let's say for instance, Disney is at around $100 per share right now. I'm betting that it's going to go down to $80 per share sometime during the summer or in the fall of this year. And from that, I'm going to make a little cash from it. So with this current market, I think it's a good thing to do. However, though, options trading, it has a lot of things that come along with it. I'm still a beginner when it comes to option trading. So please do me a favor, do your own research. Because you can also lose a lot of money. I've done it before. All right, so finally, my fifth strategy is, you guessed it, to continue dollar cost averaging. So right now I have some automation just set in place where I buy weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, like whatever. So some of my investment vehicles where I do conduct dollar cost averaging is my TSP, which is the 401k equivalent, Roth IRA, and my Acorns account, which I talked about last week if you want to know a little bit more about that. So with this dollar cost averaging, even though I am kind of buying on the downtrend, we really don't know like where the market is going to go. It could rebound like tomorrow, and everything that I've bought like ever since the beginning of this year when we've been on this downtrend, I can make a bunch of money from it as it climbs up. So that's why I continue to dollar cost average. All right, so this is a sample of what I'm doing to better myself and my family's position. As an investor, I kind of like live for turmoil like this so that I'm able to create that true wealth. I don't know about you guys, but back in 2008 during the Great Recession, I was still in college and I also did not know what I was doing at all. So I didn't really get a chance to enjoy the bull run from 2009 all the way into 2020. But in this in this situation, I'm not going to give up on this opportunity. And I highly suggest you do your own research, you create your own 5 strategies to get in on this once in a lifetime, possibly once in a lifetime potential. All right, guys, thank you for listening to the end of this video. Please do me a favor, comment below on what you think of these strategies. Do you think it could work? Do you think it's all BS, or it's something that can help you out? My entire goal for making this video is to one day help somebody who else doesn't know what's going on, and they'll see this video and think, oh, this one strategy might work for me and my family, or oh, all these strategies are great. So do me a solid, if you enjoyed this video, just like, subscribe, and do all the things. Share with all your friends. I greatly appreciate it. Until next time, peace.